Hello everybody and welcome to the Wedding Planner Ireland's YouTube channel. My name is Patrick Brackett and I am here to give you some tips and advice on choosing your bridal party. It's only a few tips, I'm only giving you 3 or 4 tips, but there is a lot more apart from what I'm about to tell you to think about. So you've just gotten engaged and congratulations, and you're all excited and you're loving the attention. I know I would be, and your mind is in overdrive and you're trying to think, oh, I have to do this, I have to set a date, oh, who am I going to have as bridesmaid, or who am I going to have as best man. Stop. Take a minute, take a deep breath, grab a glass of wine, cup of tea, sit down and relax. Give yourself 4 weeks. 4 weeks should be enough to think about who you're going to have as your bridal party, where you're going to have your wedding, when you're going to get married. But this little video is about choosing your bridal party, so we're going to concentrate on that. So you've given yourself a few weeks to make the decision. Within those 4 weeks, I need you to think of the following things and take the following advice on board when choosing your bridal party. My first tip would be to think before you ask. Because once you ask someone to be a member of your bridal party and they say yes, there's really no going back. So you need to ask yourself the question in relation to who you have been thinking about to be a member of your bridal party. Are they going to be around in years to come? Are they going to be in my life in years to come? That's my first tip. My second tip is to set honest expectations of your bridal party. There's no point in asking somebody who lives in another country or 5 or 6 hours drive away from you to be a member of your bridal party when you're expecting them to be quite active in the planning process. Now, I'm not saying don't. I mean, your best friend or your closest sister could be living, or brother could be living in another country, and you really want them to be your chief bridesmaid or your best man. That'll be fine. But once you take into consideration the fact that they're living away and that you're not going to expect too much of them when it comes to planning your wedding. You can include them if you're having an invitation writing party or something like that. Make them feel like that they are part of it in some shape or form. But if you're deciding on having a wedding that you're not expecting people, members of your bridal party, to actually take part in the planning process, ask whoever you want. Ask whoever is closest to you at this moment in time. There's no point in going back years and thinking to yourself, oh, I have to ask such and such a person because they had me as a bridesmaid or a best man. Don't think like that. People will understand. And if they do say something to you, well, why didn't you choose me as a bridesmaid or a best man? You just have to explain to them that I'm choosing people who are closest to me right now, and at this moment in time you're not. But that doesn't mean you don't have to include them in your wedding. You could use them as an usher, ushering guests to their seats, etc. There's so many different options available to them. But at this moment in time, you're concentrating on the people who are closest to you in your life. My next tip would be to include your brothers and sisters. Now, not all of us get on with our brothers and sisters. Some families are quite close. You might, have a fairly good relationship with your brother and sister, but do ask them. Even if you have a poor relationship, do ask them to be a member of your bridal party, because you don't want to be causing any unwanted stress or hassle down the line. It might mean that you'll have to put up with some negative comments when it comes to being shopping for your bridesmaid dresses or heading out to check out what suits to hire for your wedding. But, that's part and parcel. There's so many different opinions and people have different opinions on certain things, so you need to take that into consideration. I always advise couples to be very open-minded to everyone else's suggestions, but at the end of the day it's your wedding, so you do what you feel that you need to do. My next tip would be then to consider the size of your wedding when it's coming to choose how many members of the bridal party you're going to have. So if you're having a small, intimate wedding of 50, maybe to 60 people, 6 members of the bridal party would be quite substantial or good enough for that size wedding. So you'd have 3 best men or groomsmen and 3 bridesmaids. Absolutely fine. Or, if you're having a larger wedding, 150 to 160 people, then you can choose to have 12 members of your bridal party, 6 and 6. It's not uncommon. It does look quite off balance if you have 12 members of a bridal party and you've only a wedding with 50 people in it. It can, think of the ratio. Normally it's 3 bridesmaids and 3 best men for every 50 or 60 guests attending your wedding. Take that into consideration as well. But also in relation to the number of people you're thinking about asking to be a member of your bridal party, there's going to be so many different opinions in relation to certain aspects of your wedding, and you're going to have a clash of personalities, so you need to take that into consideration. Is there any point in asking this person to be a bridesmaid when I know they don't get on with this person and there's going to be a clash? And that's the last thing you want, is to allow yourself to be, allow yourself to be open to stressful situations arising from a clash of personalities. So my final tip before we go, because I don't want this video to be too long, and I'm stammering a little bit and getting a bit confused here myself, because I have so much advice that I want to tell you and it's going through my head. But my final piece of advice would be in relation to children at your wedding. So you're deciding to have an adults only wedding. That does not mean that you don't include children at the ceremony. Still have your page boy and your flower girl, but it means you just don't attend the reception. Or if you have a hard fast rule, there's absolutely no children at your wedding whatsoever, that's fine. At the end of the day, it's your wedding. Some guests might not understand it or appreciate it, and this is probably more directed at couples who don't have children before they get married. If you have children before you, if you have a child and you're about to get married, it's understandable that you want to include children in the wedding. But do take that into consideration, that it's okay to have children attend a ceremony and not attend the reception. So if you have any more questions or any more that you want to ask me, or if there's any more videos that you'd like to see me make, please feel free to click on the link in the description, which will bring you directly to our website, weddingplanneриreland.ie, or you can email me at theweddingplanneриreland@gmail.com. Thank you very much for paying attention for the 7 minutes, and enjoy the rest of your day, and enjoy planning your wedding, and try to keep it as stress-free as possible. That's what we're here for as wedding planners, is to make your day as stress-free as possible. And it doesn't cost as much as you think to actually hire a wedding planner. So get in contact with me today if you'd like to meet me for a free, no obligation consultation. Again, thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care. Bye bye.